Hey, what's going on, everyone? So we're in the facility here. Was doing a lot of different hitting talks, showing some drills, but I want to give this message out because it's kind of an urgent message. It's the right time of year. If you're a rising senior and you're looking to play college baseball, this is really important. We just got done with our summer season. This is a season unlike any season I've ever seen before when it comes to college recruiting. And this isn't just my team. This is every team that I've talked to, every travel ball team that we've come across, programs that I really respect, programs that develop great players, programs that have lots of players go on and play college baseball and lots of players go on and play at the Division I level. This message is being echoed from everyone. I've talked to everybody. And the message is that it is harder right now to play Division I baseball than it's ever been before. And it's harder right now to play college baseball than it's ever been before, regardless of level. This is a really, really important message. I know some people will see this and they won't believe it, but I'm telling you, I'm living it firsthand. And I'm talking to college coaches every single day, and I'm talking to opposing coaches, and I'm seeing players. We just played against a player 10 days ago that was 6'4", playing center field, that could run, that hit a ball a mile, that they said threw 90 miles an hour off the mound, and he's not committed to a college yet and doesn't have a bunch of offers. I've talked to another player that's 6'5", throwing 92, and they're not able to play Division I baseball right now. And they're a good pitcher. Like, I'm hearing these stories over and over again. Like, we have lots of players that in years past, I have no doubts that they would be getting a lot of offers from Division I schools, and it's not happening this year. It's not happening. I've talked directly to hundreds of college coaches, and I've had college coaches literally, I won't say which coach said this, but this is word for word what a college coach told me. And we've talked in the past about the transfer portal, and how so many players are transferring, and how, if we back up a few years with the COVID year, how all these players got an extra year of eligibility. So there's all these players, these extra players that are in college. And the NCAA the year after COVID, there were no roster limits. They got rid of roster limits. Well, now there are roster limits. So all these players, all these extra players don't have any place to go. So they're transferring all over the place. They're being cut from programs, or they're just entering the transfer portal. Everybody's entering the transfer portal now, right? It's literally like most players are playing college now on a year-to-year basis. It's like being a free agent every year, right? This has never happened before. And so this is directly from a coach's mouth. He said, when I'm looking at players, like, I really like that player right there. I really like that high school player. I really like that high school player. But do I take a risk on a 17-year-old kid that's only played high school, that I've never seen play college before? Or do I just take a 20 or 21-year-old college player that played and showed that they were successful at the college level? Who do I take? Do I take the risky high school guy, or do I take the proven veteran player? And a lot of colleges right now are going with the proven veteran player. Right? And so what does that mean for high school players? It means that there's less spots for you, unfortunately, right? Like, this is the worst time to be, unfortunately, the worst time to be a high school player looking to play college baseball, because there's not a lot of spots. But that doesn't just mean that we just give up and just say oh, well, I'm not playing college baseball. That's not what this message in this video is meant for. But you do have to have a strategy, and you have to change, and you have to listen when you're being told something. And so if you're a player that is convinced that you should be a Division I player, but you're not getting any Division I interest, and you've played in front of colleges consistently, you've played in front of colleges, and no one has offered you anything, no one has talked to you, or if they have talked to you, they haven't offered, right? When someone tells you something, believe them, right? And I'm not saying just give up and be like, oh, well, no one liked me yet, so I should just give up. I'm not saying that. But you have to understand the landscape right now in college baseball. And first off, you have to understand that Division I isn't the end-all, be-all. There's plenty of good Division II baseball. There's plenty of great Division II baseball. There's plenty of great Division III baseball. Don't get consumed by the number after the D. I say that every year, and people don't want to listen to me. And so, I still fight with a lot of people because they say, I only want to go Division I, right? Or I only want to go Division II. Right? And they're not getting recruited at those levels. And maybe last year they would have. Maybe they wouldn't have. But maybe they would have. Or maybe 3 years ago they would have. Or maybe 5 years ago they would have. But not this year. And so you need to cast the biggest net possible. And you have to be willing to play at more than just the Division I level, right? Because it's Division I. And so it's about finding the best fit for you, right? The right fit for you. Right? That's the key, the right fit for you. It's not about going someplace where you can put a cool bumper sticker on your car or wear a cool sweatshirt or tell all your friends or say you're committed and post it on Twitter and Instagram, right? It's not about that. It's about finding the right fit for you, okay? And there's nothing wrong with it not being Division I. That's the key. So I'm seeing that a lot. I'm seeing players, it's like they're banging their head against the wall over and over and over again, and they're not getting the message. And so I know I'm working really hard for all of our players to try to get them into the schools that they want to get into. But in the end, everybody ends up where I always say this, in our program, I believe this, every player ends up where they should end up. And so, some players say like, oh, these coaches don't know what they're talking about, or my coach didn't help me, or, whatever, all these excuses. Players are going to end up where they should end up. Now, are there some mistakes, right? Are there some players, there's certain players on our team that I think should be at a certain level and maybe they're not going to get a chance to play there this year? Yeah, I think that they'd be fine at that level. But again, I understand the landscape that we're in right now too. And so I'm trying to guide players to the best fit possible for them. And players have to be willing to listen, to understand the landscape, and to realize that there's more out there than just division level. Hopefully that makes sense to you. And this is any division level. You got to think about this too. If you're looking at Division IIIs, right? So what happens is, real quick, players in our program that want to play at Division IIIs, they automatically just want to play at the best Division IIIs. So like the smart kids just want to go to the NESCAC. That's it, right? But there's a trickle-down effect. And so if Harvard and Brown and Yale are not recruiting as many guys, well then those really smart guys out there that might normally end up at those schools, they're not ending up there. So where are they going? They're going down, right? They're going to D2s or D3s. So maybe a kid that would normally be at Brown is now at Middlebury. So now the kid that maybe used to be able to get into Middlebury now can't get into Middlebury because everyone's trickled down. And so you can't just continually say, well, I want to go to the NESCACs if you're not getting any interest from them. If you've played in front of them and they have not offered you, right, then you have to understand that that's probably not a fit for you. And so you have to have a backup plan. You have to have more than just one or two or three schools. Right? I say all the time, you want to have your list, you want your list as big as possible because it's very hard to play at your favorite school. Right? I didn't play at my favorite school, my number one school on my list. Most players don't play at the number one school on their list. Most players don't play at the number top 5 or top 10 schools on their list. Some players don't play at the top 100 schools. That's okay, right? Again, it's about finding the right fit for you. So take the feedback from coaches. And if a coach isn't offering you, again, I can't make this more clear. If coaches are seeing you and they're not offering you, you can't continually just keep waiting on that school, just hoping that one day they're going to offer you. You have to have more than one option. You have to have more than 2 options and more than 3 options, right? And they can't just be like, oh, Middlebury doesn't like me, well, I'm just going to go to a different NESCAC, right? You can't just have the NESCACs as like your backup plan. You need to have more than that. Hopefully that makes sense, but this is like an urgent message to high school players because players, not that they're running out of time, there's still a lot of time for rising seniors, but I don't see as many players making adjustments, and I'm trying to kind of nudge them into making adjustments, and I can tell that players don't want to. And it's not just my team, it's coaches that I talk to from all over the place that are dealing with the same thing, whether it's players or parents. Sometimes the players are willing, but the parent isn't willing, right? And so it really is both. So hopefully that helps you out. Again, just from my experience, and I'm living this like every single day, talking to coaches and watching players. So that's all I got. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, give it a thumbs up, all that good stuff. We'll talk to you later. If you've got hitters that you're looking to improve before the start of next season, this is essential for you. Matt Antonelli here, former Major League player, first-round pick, and college coach. With this course, we're going to show you exactly, step-by-step, how to generate power, develop bat speed, and enhance swing mechanics. Regardless of your hitter's age,
This course is going to deliver advanced hitting techniques that will allow any hitter to get better and make an impact at the plate this spring. We have a full catalog of training content that you can access from anywhere at any time. This course is perfect for players, parents, coaches, instructors, and more. It offers a comprehensive package of drills and techniques that you can directly implement. Our course has helped hitters all over the country at different competition levels, and the feedback that we've received has been outstanding. The work you put in now will drive your success at the plate this spring. Get the essential knowledge that you need to take your game to the next level.